Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Chanie and I'm a homeschooling mom to 3 kids, ages 13, 6, and 2. And today I'm going to be sharing with you everything that I'm going to be using with my 6-year-old, my gifted 6-year-old. So if he were to be in public school, he would be entering into the 1st grade. However, not much of the curriculum I'm going to be sharing with you today will be on the 1st grade level. There is a little bit, and I'll share that with you, but not a lot. Most will be a little bit higher level. Also, I did want to let you know that I'm not going to be doing any in-depth flip throughs today. Today I'm just sharing with you all of the resources that I'm using. Yeah, if you want any more in-depth flip throughs or first impressions or have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. But today I'm just going to be sharing with you all of the resources that I'm using. So I'm going to get into it. I'm going to start with language arts and kind of go from there because most of my school year is going to be wrapped up in language arts geography topics. So the first thing I'm going to be using is this word roots. We will probably do this maybe once a week. But this is a vocabulary curriculum, but it's got to do with the roots of words. So we've only delved into that, and as far as some of the math that I've done, when we learned about the triangle, we learned that triangle, you know what I mean? And he really liked that. So I think that he might connect with this a little bit. So we're going to try it out. I've never used this before, so I'll let you guys know later. The first main curriculum that I'm going to be using is this Jack Crease Publishing, Winning with Writing, Soaring with Spelling and Vocabulary, and Growing with Grammar, all level 1. So these are on 1st grade level. But I think that this will mostly be review for him. I don't think that this will be challenging material, aside from maybe the spelling a little bit, but this is a new curriculum that I'm using, and I always kind of try to go back to as close to the beginning as I can, to see if it's a good fit. And then if I don't think that it's a good fit, or if I start too early, like I talked about that I did with Explode the Code, I might decide to move forward with it, or I might decide to not use it. But I always kind of want to get a feel for the curriculum first before I really decide to make it our main curriculum. The main curriculum that we will be following this year is the Good and the Beautifuls Level 2. Now this is the old Level 2, not the new one. So you actually can't buy this one anymore. I'm sorry guys, I bought it in the sellout sale. Also, I did share before that we're doing level 1. I actually shelved level 1 for almost the whole year, and then picked it back up again, and so we've been slowly moving forward with that. The way I do these is I do a unit and then take a break, but I really love this. So this is going to cover phonics, reading, spelling, writing, grammar and punctuation, literature, poetry and memorization, art, and geography. So it's a pretty comprehensive course. I know that they just redid it, and I've heard good things about the way that it's been redone. But I really liked, I know that the new ones are more on grade level. This, even though it's level 2, it's more on a third to 4th grade level, as far as the public schools in my area. So, the fun story. This was the level that my oldest, my 13-year-old, started with when I pulled him out in 4th grade. This was the level that he did for 4th grade. So this is a little bit nostalgic for me, and it's crazy that we're here. And the version that I used with him was the old version, the original level 2, that didn't have any color in it, I don't think, or it had very little color. So it's crazy to be here again, and then I'm sure by the time my daughter gets here, we'll be on a different level too. So yeah, but we're going to be using that. And then for poetry, I pulled these 2 books. Now I have been using this book for years. In the collab I talk more about this book, but this is a nature poem for each day of the year, and I just pull it out and I find the date that we are, May 21st, and I read the poem And yeah, I really, really love this book. Highly recommend. And then also this book of nature poetry. I might go back and forth, like maybe one day do this book and one day do this book. I don't really know yet, but I just pick a poem every day and read it. Sometimes we'll go to a coffee shop and I'll bring our poetry books and we'll all pick a poem to read. So yeah, that's poetry. Right, and so for these, before I get into my like geography books, like the literature that I picked for the year, I did want to share these with you guys that I got. So these, I do know that I got this Neil Gaiman collection, and I do know that this book is one of my favorite books ever, Fortunately the Milk. And then Coraline was one of my favorite books like as a kid. So I think I'm going to read aloud Coraline like during the Halloween season. And I'll have him read Fortunately the Milk aloud to me. This doesn't correlate with anything other than Coraline maybe being like Halloweenish. But it doesn't correlate with anything as far as like what we're learning about in the year. I just wanted to read Neil Gaiman and I wanted the collection. And I'll probably see if my 13-year-old wants to read that one because I think that he would like it. But yeah. And then these two I got. I don't know if I'm going to get to reading these aloud or not. But I did get them because these are probably the most beautiful books I've ever seen in my life. I know I talked about these. And what was it? And the like books that all the homeschoolers must need to have or whatever. But these are just the coolest books ever. And I'll never miss a chance to not like rave about how beautiful they are. And then they're kind of like an adventure. So I don't know. I don't know if we're going to be able to do it or not, but I did get them. So if we get to them, we do. If not, we won't. But I have them just in case. Okay, so moving along here, I have lots and lots of literature that we're going to read this year. And so I'm just going to kind of go through it with you guys. So this will be our geography. I'm doing like an around the world type of thing this year. Now geography is included in the good and the beautiful. And then I also have a couple of units from Thistles and Biscuits. I don't have anything printed out here for you. But I do have a couple of units from them. I think I have Russia, Canada, Afghanistan, and England. And then I plan on getting a couple of more. They're like $6 a piece, $6 to $12 a piece. And if you buy them all together, it's a lot of money. But if I kind of just want to go unit by unit because I can, $6 a month is a lot different than like, $50 at once. So, yeah. But anyway, so here are the books that I picked up for that. I've got African Folktales, Mr. Popper's Penguins, The Big Wave, American Tall Tales, Ramona and Her Father. This is more just literature. It doesn't really correlate with the geography. Where the Mountain Meets the Moon. Wish, which takes place in North Carolina, so this is going to kind of go along with the America stuff. Malala, My Story of Standing Up for Girls' Rights. And Andrea the Outback. Push them off to the side there. And then moving along, I've got this year full of stories. Now we've already read through a few of these, but I'm just going to continue on including this in the same way that I continue including the poetry books because they're fun and they're just stories from all around the world. I will be using this Usborne Encyclopedia of Geography as well as this Maps and Globes book. My son really loves maps, so I'll be using this to learn more about map, like the map part of geography, and we'll do some map activities to go along with that. And this has kind of both the map aspect and topography and things like that, as well as like actual, I guess like culture studies. So we'll be using those. And then I have selected Tales Are Bella Told Hispanic Folktale Collection, Chinese Fables, The Dragon Slayer, and Other Timeless Tales of Wisdom, Aiko Learns to Fish, or Aikio, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, I'll have to Google it before I read it aloud, Nadia's Hands, King for a Day, The Art of African Masks, and then I got this African Punch-Out mask. This is I bought from like a used bookstore. It's completely intact. I was impressed, but I was gonna do those together. I've got Mila and the Elephant, Sequoia, the Cherokee Man who gave his people writing, A Boy Called Slow, Snow in Jerusalem, Babushka Baba Yaga, La Mariposa, Manu, the Kiwi of Kindness, Mini Moons, and Zen Shorts. So those are all of the picture books and read alouds that I have selected for the year to go along with our like around the world unit. Oh, actually I have one more. So for science, I have two more actually. I did share some of this in my science collab video, so check that out if you're looking for more in-depth science explanation. But I did get these two things to kind of wrap into science. This one is Star Stories, which has like stories for the constellations from around the world, and we will be doing a unit on space, but that's going to be a separate video. I did share a lot of resources though in my planning for science video, so check that out if you want more info. But this will be kind of like a language arts, social studies aspect to that unit study. And then I also got the wondrous workings of planet Earth, understanding our world and its ecosystems. And I got this to kind of go along with, just our different studies of the Earth, different ecosystems it has. Let's see here. Do I have a table of contents? Where'd it go? There it is. Okay. So for each continent, it's got like a, it zooms in, I guess, on different like ecosystems. Now we've already done the moorlands because we're currently reading The Secret Garden, which focuses on the moorlands. And then that led us to talking about the carbon cycle, which went really well with the fact that we're planting a garden this year. So I think this is a great resource to have on hand, even if you're not specifically doing, like an around the world theme. But yeah, so there's that. Okay, now moving on to the next topic is math. So for math, this year we started this old Good and the Beautiful Math 3. It comes in 2 books. There's part 1 and part 2. We're on part 1 right now, so we're going to continue on with part 2. I'm sure we will finish this. I'm not sure because in December, I got Beast Academy Online. He started in level 1 and he is almost done with level 1. So he will be, I'll get into that. But because we're moving into Beast Academy being the main math curriculum, I really, really love this curriculum though, and so does he. It's not quite as challenging as Beast Academy is, but Beast Academy is kind of hard, guys. Like, it's got him doing like algebra. This may move to be more supplemental, and I'm fine with that. He really, really enjoys it. I really enjoy it. This is a spiral program, and I really, really like supplementing mastery with spiral, and that's just my opinion. So we'll do that. If we finish this, we will move into 4. I have flip throughs of 4 on my channel if you want to see that. So we have that, and then I also did get, because he'll be moving into level 2, we will continue using the online math, and then I also have the guidebooks and the practice books, and so I will put them together. Oh, I'm glad I didn't leave that out there. But so this is the comic books physical that he can read, and I'll actually be following like the scope and sequence this year for Beast Academy for the most part. Whereas this year he just did, I did get the level 1 book and he did that like in his free time, but he has been going through level 1 like online, and yeah, I haven't supplemented it in with the books. I do think when we move up to level 2, though, I do want this to be our main math, and I will actually follow the, not scope and sequence, that's not what I'm trying to say, like the flow, like you do the books and then you do the workbook and then you do online, like that flow. So, and it comes with 2A, 2B, and it goes all the way through. Yeah, so that was loud. So, sorry guys. Okay. All right, and then next I'm going to share with you kind of literally everything else. There are some things that I do not have in yet because I took advantage of the sale that the Good and Beautiful was having. And it's not here yet. And then also there's one more thing in here that I don't have to show you, but kind of like this with the biscuits I have, it's a digital thing. I guess I'll just start with that. Woo! Is Woven Melodies. I guess that goes kind of along with our like around the world studies. Woven Melodies is a music appreciation curriculum. And what it does is it goes instrument by instrument and goes with like how that instrument developed around the world. I really, really love that curriculum. It's really great. We've done a little bit of it, but I'll be utilizing it more as we do our geography this upcoming school year. The other thing that I don't have with me is the Good and the Beautiful's level 3 handwriting, which is the one that introduces cursive. So he'll be starting that this year. And like I said, I shared in my Planning for Science video, our main science curriculum this year will be this Georgia Nature Guide from Chickies and Rue. It's a year full Charlotte Mason inspired curriculum. I did do a more like in-depth walkthrough here. Is it upside down? What did I do? Yeah, so you can just see here, these will be all the things we're studying. It follows along with the actual, like, things in our area. So, yeah, we'll be using that. I have The Adventures of Molly and Keela, a Virtues book for children. This is just this will be like our character curriculum for the year. And let me see if I can find, I know they do like 4 per story, and then they have discussion questions afterwards. I'm trying to see if there's a list of like all of the virtues. Oh yeah, here you go. So you can see here it goes over determination, consideration, peacefulness, tact, caring, patience, service, honesty. And you can see down the list everything that they include here. So I'm excited to start this. The next thing that I'll be using, this will be our like nutrition course. You can get these for free, 100% free from the USDA. They offer these for free. You can get them for every age or every grade level up to I think 7th grade, and they'll give you your teacher, like I don't have all of it here, but they give you like teacher curriculum training. I have every level because I just ordered it all at once. They give you like little readers for the preschool years. It's really great. So this is the level 1, so grades 1 to 2 here, and I will just work our way through here. I like to do some kind of health and nutrition and PE. It comes with this CD with songs on it, and yeah, I think it's really cute. And if you want more information about this, let me see if I can, yeah, it's from the USDA. So if you just go to their website and you look up My Plate, you can get it 100% for free. So yeah. The next thing that we'll be starting this year is Draw Right Now. This is like a copywork / art curriculum. And the way that it works is it gives you the steps to a drawing, and you have some copy work to do on the bottom. I'll pair this with like a primary composition book. And so what I'll probably do is have him do 1 sentence a day while, you know, adding to the drawing, and then on the 5th day just color it in. But yeah, we're going to be starting that this year. The next thing that I have is a creative form drawing. This is a like Waldorf program. I haven't really seen any other philosophies incorporate this type of thing. The Good and the Beautiful also has art in it, and then I have yet another art curriculum coming up. But I really like this, and I think it kind of doubles as a handwriting curriculum. especially if the muscles aren't built up yet. This is really, really good. And the Good and the Beautiful's handwriting curriculum also has form drawing in it. It's just not this way. So, and this will walk you through like how to do the movements and everything. So, got that. The next thing are these daily word ladders. I really like this. We started these this year, so we'll just be continuing on through them. I make copies and put them in his school binder, so, you know, but it starts you with a word, and then you have to use the tips to figure out, you know, what the next word is, and it works on, let's see, reading, vocabulary, spelling, and phonics, and it's just a good, you know, like morning warm-up to get into our lesson. We've done this, like we're almost done with this. I just don't have the next one. We'll be moving into grade 2 of this. This is his piano curriculum and music theory, essentially. So it's really workbook heavy, but I really like it. And I think that if you've never taught music theory before, this is a really great starting point. So we'll be using theory time next year. Next, I have balance benders. This is another like warm-up activity. And this goes kind of along with math, I guess, math and logic. And it's like algebra, but with shapes, essentially. And you have to keep them balanced, or you have to answer which one will be true based off of the equation that you see at the top. Next, I have Logic Safari. I've already shared this one as well. But these are like logic puzzles that use like if-then type of logic. And as you go through, it gets more difficult. And this is for grades 2 through 3, book 1. We've already done Lollipop Logic, and this is just like the next in that progression. And the last thing that I have to share with you is Harcourt Art Everywhere. And this will be in our curriculum that I will pull from. I will use this as far as like geography goes, and this teaches a lot of like the form of art. I really, really liked Harcourt's Georgia Studies that we went through this year. My son really liked it as well. He said it was his favorite thing that we did through the year. So when I found out that they had more, I thought we could check it out, and art seemed like a good place to start. So yeah, museums and art sites. That's cute. I like that. And around the world. Yep. So there you have it. That is everything I am using with my 6-year-old next year. If you have any questions about anything or want to see any like more in-depth flip throughs, let me know in the comments down below. And in the meantime, I will see you guys next time. Bye.